Just 36 miles from Chicago, there's a town quietly turning everyday buyers into millionaires. Most people haven't even heard of it, yet some homes here are selling for over $2 million. Frankfort isn't your typical luxury suburb. It's small town charm wrapped in serious wealth. So why are the rich skipping the usual hotspots for this under-the-radar gem? Well, today I'm revealing why Frankfort is the suburb millionaires can't resist. Let's get into it. Frankfort isn't just another Chicago suburb. It's consistently ranked the #1 place to live in Will County. But why? Here's a quick look at what makes it stand out. Located 36 miles southwest of downtown Chicago, Frankfort gives you the perfect balance of accessibility to the city while maintaining a distinct identity of its own. I'll be completely honest with you. When I first visited Frankfort, I was shocked by how different it felt from other Chicago suburbs. There's something unique that's happening here that's attracting a particular type of home buyer, and it's why my wife and I ended up deciding ultimately to move to Frankfort. Frankfort was established in the 1850s as a small settlement along the rail line between Chicago and Joliet. Named after Frankfurt, Germany, the town has preserved much of its historical character while evolving into an upscale community. You can literally see this evolution as you drive through different parts of town, from historic buildings downtown to the multi-million-dollar estates on the outskirts. Today, Frankfort is home to approximately 20,000 residents, with a median household income significantly above the national average. According to the most recent U.S. Census data, over 25% of households in Frankfort earn more than $200,000 annually, placing it among the most affluent suburbs in the Chicago metro area. That's not just impressive, it's a clear indicator of the type of community that is developing here. But demographics only tell part of the story. What's really drawing people to Frankfort is the complete package that it offers. So now that we've introduced Frankfort, let's explore what makes its location so strategic for residents who want the best of both city access and suburban tranquility. But before we get into the details, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I share videos about what it's like to live in the Chicago area and cover the local housing market with useful, up-to-date info. That way, you stay in the loop. All right, let's talk location. Frankfort offers a peaceful retreat, but it's still close enough to Chicago and other key spots to keep your life convenient. That's a big deal for professionals who work in the city, but they want a quieter place to raise their family. Downtown Chicago is approximately a 40-minute drive from Frankfort during normal traffic conditions, and this makes it feasible for residents to work in the city while enjoying that quiet suburban life. I've made the drive multiple times during different parts of my day, and I can tell you it's one of the more manageable commutes in the Chicagoland area. Major highways including I-80, I-57, and I-294 are easily accessible, providing multiple routes into Chicago and connecting Frankfort to the broader region. The Illinois Department of Transportation traffic studies show that Frankfort residents have access to more major highways within a 10-minute drive than almost any other south suburb. This might not sound exciting to you, but trust me, when you're trying to get to an important meeting or catch a flight, having multiple route locations at your disposal is invaluable. But here's what's interesting. While Frankfort maintains its small town feel, it's surrounded by significant commercial development, like neighboring towns like Orland Park or Tinley Park, for instance. Those provide additional shopping and dining options within just like a 15-minute drive. I know quite a few Frankfort residents, including myself, who say that this is the perfect setup. We get a quieter residential experience while still having every convenience within an easy reach. And get this, LaGrange Road running through Frankfort has developed into a massive hub for retail stores, gyms, restaurants, and services. According to the Frankfort Chamber of Commerce Business Directory, over 200 businesses operate along this corridor. They provide residents with convenient access to daily necessities. Everything from high-end grocery stores to specialty boutiques, they can all be found right there. Beyond Chicago, Frankfort provides easy access to both Midway and O'Hare airports, 35 and 50 minutes respectively during normal traffic, major hospitals, universities, and cultural attractions throughout the region. For wealthy families who travel frequently or have multiple commitments across the Chicagoland area, this accessibility is a game changer. The perfect balance of accessibility and distance creates an ideal environment for something else Frankfort is known for, its exceptional sense of community. And that's what I'm going to talk about next. Now, one thing I love particularly about living in Frankfort is how it blends luxury living with a genuine small town vibe. It's something that's getting harder to find in today's suburbs. As someone who's toured plenty of upscale communities elsewhere, I can tell you this mix is rare, especially in the south suburbs. Another thing that really sets Frankfort apart is the strong sense of community that people feel here. It's not just about nice houses or great schools, there is a genuine connection with the neighbors. And that kind of atmosphere is surprisingly hard to come by in many suburban areas, and especially in upscale communities where things can sometimes feel a bit disconnected or stuffy or impersonal. The Frankfort Park District maintains over 25 parks and recreational facilities throughout the village according to their official inventory. These spaces serve as gathering points for residents of all ages. On any given weekend, you'll find families enjoying picnics, kids playing sports, and neighbors catching up, creating those connections that make community feel like home. According to the Frankfort Chamber of Commerce directory, the village is home to dozens of volunteer organizations, clubs, and community groups that foster connections between residents. From sports leagues to charitable foundations, these organizations create a social fabric that's rarely found in wealthier suburbs. And let me tell you, many families who relocate to Frankfort from the Chicago suburbs often cite the community atmosphere as a key reason for their decision. It's the kind of place where new residents quickly feel welcomed, forming connections with neighbors in a way that's not always common elsewhere. My wife and I were here for only a few months before our neighbor started snowplowing our driveway after the first winter storm, and I found myself taking out his garbage the next week after him and his wife went on vacation. I'm not blowing smoke. That's an immediate sense of belonging that sets Frankfort apart from other upscale communities where it can take years to feel truly settled. This is particularly valuable for affluent families who want their children to grow up with a sense of community rather than isolation. The combination of privacy and connection creates an environment where families can establish deep roots while still enjoying the benefits of luxury living. But do you want to know where this community spirit really shines? It's in the heart of town, Frankfort's historic, vibrant downtown area. Let's take a closer look. Unlike many suburbs, especially in the south suburbs that lack character, Frankfort's historic downtown is a thriving hub of activity that gives the community a unique identity and serves as its social centerpiece. I grew up in the south suburbs and I visited all of them, and I can tell you that Frankfort's downtown is among the most vibrant and the most unique. The downtown area features preserved historic buildings dating back to the late 19th century. These buildings are carefully maintained and they now house boutique shops, restaurants, and local businesses. The architecture alone is worth a visit, with many buildings showcasing original details that have been preserved. Now, one of the standout features of Frankfort is its year-round calendar of community events. With numerous gatherings held throughout the year, there's always something happening every weekend, providing many opportunities for residents to come together and connect. In the winter, the Fire and Ice Chili Cook-Off brings together local restaurants, all competing for bragging rights, while residents sample their creations. During the summer, the weekly car show turns downtown into a classic car enthusiast paradise, attracting owners from across the Midwest to showcase their vehicles. It's always a fun time. Hundreds of people stroll through downtown enjoying cars and the lively atmosphere. Meanwhile, the summer concerts on the Green regularly attract thousands of attendees, creating a festival atmosphere every weekend. Movies in the park provide family entertainment under the stars. But the highlight of Frankfort's event calendar is undoubtedly Frankfort's Fall Fest. Held every Labor Day weekend, it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors, making it one of the largest and most successful festivals in all of Illinois. It's a major event that you don't want to miss. And there's more. The downtown area is also home to unique local businesses that contribute to Frankfort's distinct character. Fat Rosie's, a popular Mexican restaurant, regularly has long wait times on the weekends, which is a testament to its popularity according to the restaurant's management. And trust me, it's worth the wait. Their margaritas and tableside guac, their fish tacos, they're absolutely fire. In addition, Trails Edge Brewery has become a popular gathering spot for local professionals, while Raffi's Candy Shop offers a nostalgic experience for families. These aren't your typical chain-type stores. They're unique, they're locally owned, and they give Frankfort its distinct charm. Now get this, the Frankfort Country Market, operating May through October, according to the village official calendar, it brings fresh produce and artisanal goods to the residents weekly. It's one of the best farmers markets in Chicagoland. The market has grown to include over 50 vendors, according to market organizers. I've spoken with several of these vendors, and I've become a customer of most of them. And they note that Frankfort's residents are particularly supportive of local businesses, which is another sign of the strong community we have here. While Frankfort's downtown creates the heart of the community, there's another factor that's equally important for many wealthy families choosing this area. Let's talk about education. For affluent families, education is often the #1 priority, and Frankfort delivers with some of the highest rated schools in Illinois, a critical factor driving the influx of high net worth residents. As someone who works with relocating families daily, I can tell you that school quality typically is the first question on my parents' minds. According to the Illinois State Board of Education's annual report cards, Lincoln Way District 210 consistently ranks among the top 20 school districts in Illinois. This district serves Frankfort and surrounding communities with exemplary educational programs. The district's commitment to excellence is evident in everything from their academic programs to their facilities. Lincoln Way East High School in particular stands out for both academic and athletic excellence. According to the state education data, the school has a 97% graduation rate, with over 90% of graduates continuing to higher education. These aren't just good numbers, they're exceptional, placing Lincoln Way East among the elite schools in the state. The school's average ACT scores exceed both state and national averages by significant margins, according to the district reporting. Advanced placement participation is also well above average, with a high success rate on these college-level exams. For families focused on preparing their children for top universities, these metrics matter tremendously. Beyond academics, Lincoln Way East's athletic program has achieved remarkable success. The football program has won multiple state championships and regularly sends players to D1 college programs, according to IHSA. Now, I'll admit my football fanaticism is showing through here, but the athletic programs provide students with opportunities for personal growth, teamwork, and potentially college scholarships, saving you thousands of dollars a year. Frankfort's elementary and junior high schools maintain the same high standards. According to SchoolDigger.com and Niche.com rankings, Frankfort's K-8 schools consistently receive A to A+ rankings based on standardized test scores. As always, I recommend you absolutely do your own research when it comes to schools, but these independent ratings provide a strong indication of the educational quality here. When compared to other Chicago suburbs, Frankfort's educational outcomes stand out alongside elite communities like Hinsdale, Winnetka, and Naperville. This makes an appealing choice for families seeking excellent education in a welcoming community. Many families move to Frankfort specifically for its schools, and the feedback is overwhelmingly positive. Parents often share how the education their children receive in Frankfort's public schools rivals or even exceeds what they experienced in private schools. This speaks to the district quality and why so many education-focused families are drawn to this community. Now that we've covered the top-tier education, let's take a look at the luxury homes where these families are choosing to settle down in Frankfort. Frankfort's real estate market offers something increasingly rare in today's market: true luxury and privacy while maintaining that sense of community we've explored. As a realtor who's shown countless properties across Chicago's suburbs, I can tell you that Frankfort's housing stock is genuinely impressive. According to data from the Will County Assessor's Office and multiple listing service reports, Frankfort's housing market spans from historic homes all the way up to ultra-luxury new construction. This diversity creates opportunities for buyers at different price points while maintaining the area's upscale character. In the historic district near downtown, century-old homes have been carefully preserved and updated, offering character rarely found in suburban settings. These properties typically range from $400,000 all the way up to $800,000, according to the recent sales data, and the craftsmanship in these homes is extraordinary. Original woodwork, leaded glass windows, and architectural details you simply cannot reproduce today. Moving towards the newer developments closer to Route 30, luxury homes dominate the landscape. According to the building permits filed with the Village of Frankfort, new construction in these areas typically ranges from $600,000 to $800,000 for spacious properties with high-end finishes. These homes feature open floor plans, chef's kitchens, multi-car garages, and outdoor living spaces designed for entertaining. But before those looking for ultimate luxury, Frankfort offers multi-million-dollar estates on large lots. Recent sales data shows properties in the $1 to $2 million range featuring amenities like indoor pools, wine cellars, home theaters, and expansive outdoor entertainment areas. Now, Frankfort's property values have appreciated at a rate exceeding the Chicagoland area average for the past decade. This stability makes it not just a desirable place to live, but a sound investment as well. Even during market fluctuations, Frankfort has maintained relatively strong property values. This provides homeowners with confidence in their investment. Local realtors report that many buyers are drawn to the combination of luxury, space, and community that Frankfort provides. The average lot size in newer developments exceeds half an acre, providing privacy while maintaining proximity to neighbors, which is a balance that is increasingly difficult to find in most suburbs. Many buyers relocating from more established luxury suburbs are consistently impressed by the value Frankfort offers. They often find that they can get more house and land for the same prices as in other high-end communities. This kind of value is especially appealing to buyers who are familiar with the real estate market. And another aspect that makes Frankfort's real estate market attractive is the variety of architectural styles. Unlike some developments where every home looks the same, Frankfort's neighborhoods feature diverse designs ranging from traditional to transitional to contemporary. This allows homeowners to express their individual taste while still benefiting from the community's overall prestige. Of course, with luxury living comes certain financial considerations that potential residents should understand, so let's talk about those next. While Frankfort provides many advantages, there are some financial factors to consider for prospective residents. As with any real estate decision, understanding the complete financial picture is essential. Property taxes in Frankfort are approximately 3.44% of the home's assessed market value annually. While higher than the national average, these rates are typical for Illinois suburbs and help fund the excellent schools and community services we've discussed. For a $500,000 home, this translates to roughly $12,000 to $15,000 in annual property taxes, which is an important factor to consider when budgeting for your housing. One unique aspect of Frankfort's infrastructure is that most homes rely on community wells rather than city water systems. According to the Village of Frankfort Public Works Department, this requires water softeners and occasional maintenance. So me personally, I've been on Lake Michigan city water my entire life, and so moving to Frankfort when we had to transition to a public community well was a little bit of a transition. After a few months, I didn't notice a difference, but I never drink out of my tap anyway. I drink bottled water. So if you're someone who drinks out of the tap, you might want to invest in a heavier water softener with a reverse osmosis system and maybe a remineralization system as well. Other than that, you're good to go. Now, when comparing total cost of living, Frankfort often represents strong value relative to other premium Chicago suburbs. Housing costs in communities with comparable school quality, such as Hinsdale or Lake Forest, can be significantly higher, according to comparative market analysis from regional real estate associations. In many cases, you'll get more square footage, larger lots, and newer construction in Frankfort than in similarly priced homes in other affluent suburbs. Financial advisors that are familiar with the area note that the combination of housing appreciation, school quality, and community amenities make Frankfort an attractive long-term investment for wealthy families despite the premium entry price and ongoing costs. For relocating executives or business owners, Frankfort's proximity to major transportation corridors can also translate into time savings, which has its own financial value. The ability to reach multiple business centers, airports, and regional amenities efficiently is an important but often overlooked financial benefit to living here. Let's wrap it up with why Frankfort is such a magnet for millionaires. It offers a rare combination of luxury living, top-tier education, small-town charm, and a prime location, making it increasingly appealing to both wealthy Chicagoans and newcomers. And what's particularly intriguing about Frankfort is how it's quietly transformed into a luxury destination that flies under the radar. While places like Hinsdale, Winnetka, and Lake Forest have long been known as the wealthy enclaves, Frankfort has steadily emerged as one of the region's most sought-after locations for discerning buyers. I hope this video has given you a better sense of what makes Frankfort so special. I truly love living in this place, and I hope you do too. If you're thinking about moving to Frankfort or any other Chicago suburb, I'd love to help you find the perfect home. Just shoot me an email at john@cintagerealestate.com and we'll get started. I've helped over 100 families buy and sell in this area, so I know exactly how to guide you through this process. All my contact information is in the description below. And before you go, be sure to check out my next video. It's filled with information that you'll want if you're serious about moving here. I'll see you there.